Welcome back to another video. Today we're racing at K1 speed once again. We're showing off a little bit of qualifying, then straight into a 12-lap race. And I'm not going to tell you guys where I start in this race because I want to surprise you guys. And this race, I have to tell you, is by far my favorite because of how well I did. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and let's hop right into it. Alright. Instead of just talking the entire video or not talking at all, or I'm going to speak in sections just so I'm not talking and like stuttering and all over the place. So in this clip right here, these karts are actually super good, and I mean super good. Usually K1 speed karts are either terrible or super good. Usually it's the brakes are super spongy or super sensitive, or they're too slow or they're too fast. They're never tuned properly. So in this clip, you can see my reaction to this. I'm not used to the quicker throttle as we speed up here pretty soon. I'm not used to this, right? I'm not used to the better braking. I'm not used to the quicker throttle. So I slide in a couple of these corners because I'm trying to figure it out. You can see the person in front of me slid as well. So now I'm just going to shut up and we're going to let the video speak for itself.
Faster throttle, better brake, holy. Holy Alright, let's get used to this car.
You can see that I'm sliding a couple of these corners because I keep forgetting to take my foot off the gas while under braking. And you'll hear it right here while I'm in my helmet. And the way I tried doing that is completely taking my foot off the brake and letting it coast. But then I realized that's way too slow. I'm letting off the gas way too much. And in these couple clips, it goes pretty well. I learned the braking points and everything. I overtake this kart, which is nice because I don't have to be behind a slow driver. But I'm still learning the braking points and everything like that. I do have to tighten up my turns a little bit because I don't have the perfect lines. I still am working on it. But then right here, I slide even more and almost spin out because these guys brake and lock their brakes and almost spin out as well, so I'm trying not to hit them. This guy, I try to overtake him. I know it's qualifying, but it's good practice. This guy slides in front of me. My camera gets messed up. It's alright. This guy starts pulling away from me a little bit, so I try to start tunnel visioning him. But right when I say that, I slide. So that's always nice. I get out of it pretty quickly though. No yellow flag gets raised, I think. But now we're almost close to qualifying being over. But this guy just spins out. I come to almost a complete stop and Kart 36 gets in front of me, which I shouldn't have stopped there, but I didn't know what to do in that situation because I didn't know if he was going to reverse out. I slide right here again because I lock up the brakes and keep my foot on the gas, which I do need to work on. But these karts were incredible, so it is mainly just my fault. Alright, so that's the end of a 12-lap qualifying. It's not too bad, not too long, not too short. I believe I qualified P4, but I do realize early on that qualifying doesn't really matter too much, right? So you would think since I qualified P4, I'd start P4. But K1 Speed, they do it in groups, so they go based off your time, and they take other people's times, and if you have the same time, they put you in a group. So you could be last and yet be P5 in the race. So it's really weird. I don't know why they do it like that, but they do. I think it's just because they have a lot of groups coming in at once. But now we're coming back into the pits. And then after this short clip, we'll be going straight into a 12 lap race. And I am so excited to show you guys where I started in this race. Let's see it in a little bit. Alright, now it's almost time for the race, and you're reading that right. We're starting P2. P2 out of 8. I qualified P4, but in this group, I qualified P2. And holy crap, I was so nervous. I was literally shaking in the kart. Because in my head, I was like, I need to defend my position. I need to keep my position. I also need to try to attack so I can try to get P1 for the first time ever. And this race is, my god, it was so good. I loved it so much because of how well I did and how excited I was. So let's just get through this formation lap and then we'll get back to it. Alrighty, in 3, 2, 1, lights out, and away we go. I get the outside line, but since he has the inside line, I can't overtake him, so he kind of pushed me out the way. I bump into him, making him slide. I could have gotten P1 right here, but I felt bad, so I gave position back. I slide here because I go a little bit too wide into that corner, and not even a full lap, we instantly get a yellow flag. And I'm sitting here for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes of just a straight yellow flag. So after they get this fixed, my kart for some reason speeds up a lot quicker than his, so I immediately catch back up to him. And now we're finally on lap 2. I try my damnedest to get close to him. I find this inside, but he has too much speed. I'm not really thinking about defending right now because I am pretty far ahead of the pack. So I don't really need to think about defending. All I really need to think about is attacking this guy right now because I want that P1. So I'm currently tunnel visioning this guy, trying to match his line, but also trying to find insides to where I can overtake him. Like I tried going right there, but he closed that off really quickly. He's really good at defending, to be honest. So obviously I'm like trying to brake super late and turn into the corner really tightly so I can just catch back up to him. And honestly, these couple laps were really good. They weren't bad at all. He does slide in a couple of these corners. You can tell he loses the rear, and for some reason he just does not pick up the speed very quickly. He just kind of slows down and doesn't get on the throttle immediately. So I bump into him almost every corner because he's just going slow. So now I'm just going to shut up and let the kart speak for a little bit.
Come on, dude, get on the throttle.
Alright, so now we're halfway through lap 6, and lap 7 is about to take a turn for Kart 7. So as you'll see here in lap 7, Kart 7 starts to lose power. He's starting to slow down. I try overtaking him, but he keeps that inside line. Eventually now I do overtake him and I get P1. But since he's lost all power, the track marshals call a red flag and we sit there for a solid minute. now I'm in my head and I'm just telling myself to calm down, not mess up, don't think about it too much, and just defend like my life has never defended before. Because I'm P1 now. I've never been P1 before. I've only been P2 and P3. But now I'm just really trying to get these laps down. I'm trying to break late and try to get ahead of everybody so I don't have to worry about defending as much. So I'm taking tighter lines, I'm getting on the throttle way quicker, I'm braking a tad bit later but also not as late as I would, so still a tad bit early as well, because I don't want to slide and spin out and eventually lose this position. Luckily I don't do any of that stuff. So we're on lap 9. Nothing too exciting happens here. I do take a couple wide lines because the brakes eventually start to give out a little bit. Here's another yellow flag. This guy just is in the wall. We're here for about 30 seconds at most, not too long. They reverse him out. And since he is lap traffic, I am allowed to go past him and instantly start back up. So now we are on lap 10. And you will see that Kart in front of us, eventually he does become lap traffic, but not till I believe lap 11. And as I just said, my brakes did start to give out a little bit. They were becoming a tad bit spongy, but somehow after a few corners they got back to their gripping strength and they were pretty good so at that point. So as lap 11 comes, we just do start to catch up to Kart 14, or actually 24, and because like right now I can't get through, but they wave the blue flag and I finally get past him, which is super nice, and we get another yellow flag right after that. So as always, I don't even remember what happened this time, so I believe someone spun up, I'm not entirely sure, but now we start back up, and in my head I am freaking out. It is the last lap. So at this point, I'm not really thinking about defending. I'm not really thinking about trying to gain time because it's the last lap. I can defend as much as I want, but eventually I could make a mistake. But so right now, I'm just not defending. I'm not trying to gain a gap. I'm literally just trying to drive to the finish line. And here we are. We finished in P1. P1. I am so ecstatic. You can see it right there. And I'm just gonna let this play out. Now as we pull into the pits, I am still so ecstatic. And I am so glad you guys were able to be on this journey with me to see me win my very first race at K1 Speed. This will forever go down as the greatest moment I've ever had in real karting. And I hope you guys stick with me. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe. It'll help me a lot. I do have a second channel where I do post gaming stuff. I hope to see you there, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.